Hello, YouTube artists. It is I, Abdullah. Welcome back to Abdullah's Drawing Studio. Last time on Season 1, we were drawing bison for Episode 9, but now, in this episode, we are going to be drawing about grizzly bears. Well, anyways, without further ado, let's get started with the lesson. And here is the picture of the looks of bears, and the way how we describe them. They have sharp claws, they have fur that keeps them warm, and they have great teeth, because they are carnivores. And here is a sketch picture of a grizzly bear. If you like this sketch, make sure you give it a like. Well, anyways, let's get started with the drawing. So let's get started by drawing a head. The way how we're going to draw a head, we're going to start drawing an oval, a little bit of egg, actually. And now we're going to draw the back. So in pairing, we're going to make this bear stand on a rock. We're making legs, and then we're going to make this other leg stand. We're also going to make this other leg at the right side. The reason why we're erasing this because we're going to make a nose. We're going to make a tail. Because he's like standing or standing up on a rock, we're going to try to draw a rock. It's kind of like an easy, simple rock. And we're going to try and make the foot stand. And now we're going to try to create the claws. We're going to try and make the claws more smaller. And now we're going to give claws of the foot. We're going to fix the leg. We're going to fix the belly. And we're going to create the nose by making like a half rectangle. And now we're going to create the eyes. We're making a little ear behind. And now this bear has an eye. And because it has fur, we're going to give this bear some fur. And we're also going to give him a mouth. We're going to continue to give it fur. Is going to have the whole fur around his legs and his body, including the head, once we're done giving the fur to the legs. This whole drawing fur might look weird, but it's going to turn out okay once we get to the shading part. Because he is standing on this rock, we're going to try to make him like he's in the falls. So we're going to try to make a little bit of ground. Going to add trees, logs. And I'm going to add a bush. I'm going to add water. And I'm also going to try to create a little bit of logs fast far. and we're going to try to create the clouds. We're going to add a little bit of birds. And now we're going to get on the part with the shading. We're going to start shading the logs by sketching from down to up. We're going to try and make the lines of the tree more blacker or darker. We're going to also give it a little bit of grass. And now we're going to shade the bear. We're just going to create the darker lines to the bear, and we're going to shade. Just going to create the darker to the upper. More like the darker to almost gray and then light. Give it a little fur, and now we're going to continue. We're continuing to make the darker lines and give it more fur. And now we're continuing to shade. Making the darker fur. And now we're going to start shading the whole body. Making it darker to gray. We're also going to try to create the hearing ear of the bear. And now we're going to try to make it a little bit darker. And now we're going to start shading the bush. And because the rock is gray, we're going to try to create gray. And we're also going to shade to make a shadow. And we're going to also try to shade the logs. Going to keep giving it grass. And we're also going to shade the clouds. And we're also going to make this as another tree. And here is the drawed shaded bear. So since now we are done, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about the drawing we just did. Now before we start to leave, let me guys show you the coloring. And here is the coloring picture of bears. Now just to let you know, this is the lesson of Grizzly. But since this is a type of bear, why not we start showing you guys the drawing coloring of bears. On the left side, we have these grizzlies in the waterfalls of the forest. To the right side, we have these polar bears found on ice. And at the bottom, we have these pandas that live in the bamboo forest. If you want to see how we draw these pandas, make sure you go to our 7th episode where we drawed about them. And that's it. Well, that's it for episode 10. Be free to do your drawings, and thanks for watching. And remember, if you like this video, make sure you give it a like button, make sure you subscribe, and remember, I will see you next time with your own good, amazing, and fantastic good art.